Hey y'all, cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. I am sharing tonight a recipe that was given to me by a lifelong friend that I went to school with, Shannon. We were at a get together and I was just eating these pickles, did not know who made them, and I was like, who made these pickles? Shannon said, I did, and I said, you did not. I guess I thought he couldn't make them because he was a man, but they are the best pickles I've ever eaten. If you love dill pickles, you'll love these. If you like a Clausen pickle, you'll love these. So I'm getting ready to do that. I've got my jars in the dishwasher that are sterilizing, and I have found the trick to make these crispy, which is this right here. It's called, it's called Pickle Crisp Granules. So that goes over the top. So what I've done so far is I have put my jars in, washed my cucumbers here. I have taken 2 parts of vinegar and 1 part water and put it on the boil. And when that gets started boiling, I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of pickling salt. You can use kosher salt, you can use table salt, but I just have this from last year, so this is what I'm gonna use. I'll tell you one story that'll convince you that these are the best pickles you can make. I went to a cookout in Henderson. I took a jar of these pickles. I noticed a guy kept going up there and getting them, and he said, who made these pickles? And I said, I did. And he said, I raised so many acres for Mount Olive, the pickle company, and he said, these are the best pickles I've ever eaten. So I've made them for him ever since and sent them to him. So I'll be sending you some more of those down to Henderson. And the recipe is this. Wash your cucumbers, get your water and stuff going, add your salt. You're gonna have to have jalapeno peppers, a clove of garlic, that goes in each jar, your crisp granules, and dill. That's all you need. So I'll get back to you. I wanted to film this segment while I have my son here to film it, and I'll get back to you, so stay tuned. Okay, y'all, I'm one-handed now. What I've done is I've started slicing my cucumbers. I just quarter them, cut off any of bad parts to it, like this. In my jar, I've got a clove of garlic and a jalapeno pepper. These peppers were a little bit on the fat side, so I halved them in 2. And you just want to lay these in your jar, like so. My water is boiling. And what we're going to do is we're going to put that salty vinegar water over top of these jars, fill them up, and then we're going to, not seal them yet, we're going to pour them back into the pot and scald them again. And the second time is when you have your jar lids ready to seal. The other thing I failed to mention, I washed all my dill and washed all of the peppers. You're going to put a sprig of dill in there. Let me show you that. I almost forgot. I mean, you can do sort of what you want, but I put like a handful about like that in each jar. And there's no special rhyme or reason. You just stuff them down in there. So that's a stuffed jar. I'm waiting on the liquid to get completely hot, boiling, and while that's boiling, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of my cucumbers up and get these jars stuffed. So stay with me. I'll show you how I do that, and then I'll show you a finished product. So, spicy dill pickles. Okay, hey y'all, we're back. Water's boiled, water, vinegar, salt. I'm gonna spoon that over these. And look, these don't have to be fancy. If there's room in the top of the jars, go ahead and cut them up small, or cut up some of your smaller cucumbers. The other beauty of this is, if you have some of those cucumbers that you've raised or bought that have a bad place on them, this is a great thing to do with them where you don't waste anything, because you just cut the little bad spot off and keep getting it. So inside of these jars, just to make sure we're clear, we've put our cucumbers sliced. You can slice them any way you want to. Sometimes I do a couple of jars so that I can put them on hamburgers. So you can do it however you want to. I speared these, quartered them. One bundle of dill, 1 clove of garlic, and 1 jalapeno pepper. And I cut the ends off of the jalapeno peppers like that so that the seeds can be exposed because you want some heat from them. These pickles have heat and a lot of dill flavor. They are so good. And they're really better if you let them marry up for, I don't know, a couple weeks. All of them won't make it for a couple weeks. But anyway, nobody eats these at my house but me. So these are pickles that I like to put up to give as gifts. They make great gifts. And what better gift than something homemade? It's a labor of love that you've done for somebody. So I'm going to continue to do this. And then after I've spooned all of the jars full, I will then dump the water mixture, the liquid mixture, back into my pot, and I'll re-boil that. And it's called scalding. And then I'm going to pour that back over the jars and seal them on the second time. And the only thing that I add differently the second time is I put a tablespoon of those crisp granules or whatever you call them. I usually can find them at Walmart this time of year in the pickling or canning section. They're kind of hard to come by. But the first year I made these after Shannon gave me the recipe, my pickles were not as crisp as I would like. So the second year I found these granule things and I've been using them ever since. They really do work. Okay, so I'm going to stop this segment. If you're following along or if you've had these pickles, please comment. People like to hear what other people think, not just what Lisa Clapp thinks. So, cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. Stay tuned. Hey, I'm back. Last step, I've re-scalded this water. And I put my my granules, my crisp granules over the top, a full tablespoon, about a heaping tablespoon. I'm going to show you how to do 2 of these jars so I can finish this segment and then finish the rest of these pickles. Ooh, it's strong. Anyway, these pickles have sort of a, I don't know, they got a bite to them with the jalapeno in there. I have used red peppers in the past as well. It doesn't take long to put them up. It's a great way to preserve your cucumbers if you've got a bunch of them. And it makes a lot. All right, let me stop there and just show you how I do this. Okay, so my jar lids are, I boiled them. They're hot. This is like the handiest thing ever, so you don't burn your hands. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. So you put your lid on. Let me grab the top, the screw top. Ooh, I about spilled that. Ooh, that would have been keeping it real because that would have been burnt. Anyway, you put this over the top. These jars are going to be hot. Screw it down and turn it upside down for about 10 minutes. That will seal your jar, and that's all there is to it. So I'm going to finish these up. I'll show you a picture of the finished product. Thanks for staying tuned.